Hi, my name is Ben Bolter. I'm one of the directors and chiropractors at B2 Chalfont Chiropractic Clinic. The clinic was set up in late 2014 and currently operates within a small area of Chalfont Leisure Centre. The clinic treats numerous musculoskeletal conditions among a wide variety of the population. In actual fact, if we have a look at the population, if we drew a small area of about 2.5 to 3 miles around the radius of the centre, that covers areas such as Gerrards Cross, Sear Green, Chalfont St Peters, Chalfont St Giles. That population amounts to somewhere approximately around 30,000 people. Now the clinic, as of yesterday, has 4,055 active patients. Equivalently, that is about 14% of that small population around the proximity of the leisure centre that is treated by our clinic. In September 2016, our landlords GLL, that's Greenwich Leisure Limited, instructed us that they would like us to leave our current facility inside the centre. That facility is approximately 600 square feet. The reason for this is they are looking to extend the current gym into the space that we currently occupy. We explained during the meeting that we are more than happy to oblige, and it is completely in agreement with our tenancy agreement with them. In response to them asking us this, we proposed a rather unique situation whereby we would consider building an extension on the side of the leisure centre. The extension itself wouldn't change the footprints of the building in any way, shape or form, but what it would do is add a second story to an existing single story unit. If you were looking at the leisure centre from the front, there is a single story unit on the right hand side of the building, which is currently used for the storage of the gymnastics club's equipment, accessible via the sports hall. Off to the back of that storage unit there is a small meeting room, which is most of the time inactive but is occasionally used for meetings, conferences, a bit of teaching and things as well. Throughout the meeting with Sam Heskings, the current general manager of the Chalfont St Peters Leisure Centre, he appeared enthusiastic and seemed very positive about the idea that we were proposing. We suggested on the back of that that we would need to consult and propose the idea to Chiltern District Council, who essentially would have to completely sign off on any plans that we proposed. The understanding is that the leisure centre is owned by Chiltern District Council, and GLL are the tenants. So any extension work and proposed external work would have to be agreed and arranged by Chiltern District Council. The initial communication between GLL and ourselves was extremely positive. They were very much pleased to try and keep us on site, and really enjoyed having us as part of the facilities they offer here. My initial communication with the Chiltern District Council was via email and via phone call to Julia Garrard, who is the estates manager for Chiltern District Council, and she also seemed very positive and very forthcoming, very easy to get hold of via email. She did explain that the process would be timely and that there's a lot of boxes to tick and a lot of people to consult, which we completely understand. Purely and simply, this, as far as I'm aware, is a very unique proposal, one that's never been suggested before. A private company building an extension for a council-owned building. So on the back of that sort of dialogue via email and phone call with Julia, I consulted an architect, builders, building surveyors, and more to see whether it is even a possibility. And again, everyone very enthusiastic, very positive about the idea. It seems more than possible to do. There's no overlooking problems, no groundwork to be done, and relayed all this back to Julia and to Sam as much as I could. And Julia instructed me to have a test done on the foundations of the current existing single-story unit to find out whether it could support a second story. The results of that test were very positive. The foundations were more than adequate to take a second story extension, and that report was sent over to Julia as soon as I received it myself. And that's brought us up to where we are around now. It's currently the beginning of December, and we have been instructed that we need to leave our current facility by the 2nd of January, so that work can start to be done on extending the gym into the space that we currently occupy. The extension that we're proposing is essentially going to be completely funded by ourselves. We haven't asked or insinuated any way that we would like any external funding. What we're merely trying to establish is a permanent residence for our business. Over the last 4 years, it's been fantastic being able to be part of the leisure centre. Our patients have enjoyed the premises, no doubt, with having good parking facilities, accessibility via the lift. It's next door to the gym for rehabilitation purposes, and having the swimming pool on site is also a huge bonus. In fact, many of our patients have actually become members of the leisure centre or of GLL because of passing through the centre to get to the clinic, which can only benefit both parties, GLL and ourselves. As I mentioned earlier, we understand this is an entirely unique project and idea to build an extension like this on a council-owned building. There are going to be many bridges to cross in terms of liability of building, what happens if our company goes bankrupt during the build, subsidence. All of those things need to be taken into consideration. For those purposes, we have looked at an insurance policy to protect not only ourselves but also the building, GLL's current operations, and the council as well. We're trying to take every precaution and fulfill every piece of criteria to support and look after all the parties that are involved, ourselves, GLL and CDC. All we are hoping for in return is the support of the other two parties to be able to secure a long-term premises for ourselves. We would not be looking for a freehold as such, or in any way a part or share of the building. All that we ask is that we fund the entire build, and in return negotiate a lease or a tenancy agreement directly with CDC if requested, or with GLL personally. We really believe that we offer a valuable service to the community, and being at the hub of the community within inside the leisure centre makes us very accessible and very useful to everyone that we see on a daily basis. Yesterday, we started a petition for our patients and the local community to raise awareness about our proposed project. In 24 hours, I've had over 164 people sign up to the petition and numerous comments, all positive support, explaining how valuable the clinic is to the area, how much people enjoy the facilities being so accessible. So with time of the essence, all I'm hoping for, or we're hoping for as a clinic, is that all three parties, or even just the council and ourselves, can get together to discuss the proposal and help us understand and negotiate a way in which we can provide our business with a more permanent residence. I'm hoping this can happen sooner rather than later, with less than a month to go before we have to be out of the leisure centre, and the Christmas period and festive period taking up a great deal of that time. It would be fantastic if we could all get together sooner rather than later. I really hope that we can work together on this project, and if there's anything that we can do in order to help or speed up the process, then please do let us know. Thank you.